Alright, hello everybody. Today we're going to be unboxing a Veho MUVI Pro Micro DV camcorder. To be honest, I basically bought this thing as a toy. I have a few potential uses in mind, which I'll show you here in just a minute. But first of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about what this thing is. Basically, it's a really small, covert almost camcorder, about the size of your typical USB flash drive. There's two different models of this thing that are almost the same. This is the Pro model. Basically what you gain by this is timestamp functionality. In other words, you have a little timestamp at the lower right-hand, I believe, corner of the frame, as well as enhanced software that apparently drops fewer frames during videos, as well as an included 4GB micro SD card instead of the 2GB that comes with the other model. See, it also comes with a clip to clip it to just about anything. They claim you get about 90 minutes of battery life out of this thing. I'll believe that when I see it. It has an included rechargeable battery inside of it. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing. By the way, apologize in advance. I'm at home for Christmas and I don't have my tripod here with me, so we'll just try this setup and see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and cut through these two little stickers on the top, and we'll get this one. Alright, now I should be able to one-hand the rest of this. Oops, I guess I'm upside down. So anyway, here is the actual unit itself. Just to put this into perspective. It's pretty small, and right off the bat, just picking it up, this feels a lot better built than it probably looks on camera. This does not feel like plastic. This feels like some kind of metal of some sort. I don't know, aluminum something. It feels like you could probably drop it without breaking it, just off the bat. The rest of the stuff that's in the box here, looks like we have a wrist strap, I'm guessing. That's what this looks like. Let's find out, shall we? Well, yeah, I guess this is a head strap. It's kind of neat. As well as a longer USB cable. This does use standard micro USB, by the way, which is always nice, so it's compatible with other cables. I guess this must be just a shorter adapter, so you can plug it straight into the computer, kind of like a flash drive. Keep that one with me. As well as the included 4GB micro SD card. Oh, it's a class 4. Look at that, that's pretty nice. That's actually a really nice SD card. There's also a manual in here. See, frame rate enhancement, that's what I was talking about earlier. A little clip to clip it to yourself, something else. Whatever you feel like clipping the camera to. Nice little carrying case. This is not too bad for 50 bucks. Whoops, didn't even notice. It came with a software CD. Sorry I missed that. Alright, they actually have a really nice owner's manual here, so I'm going to go ahead and read this off and explain how this little thing works. You can charge the camcorder by using either of the included USB adapters. Just plug the small end into the camcorder and the big end into your PC or Mac. The indicator light will turn red when it's charging and will go out when charging is finished. Insert the micro SD card in the right side of the camcorder. Use the switch on the left side to power on the camcorder. The LED light will light up blue. If the LED begins flashing blue, this means that the battery is almost dead. Alright, we'll test this little camera by looking at this disaster zone that I call an office. This is a very bright scene, so it should come out pretty well. And there's the video that I'm editing right now. We'll go ahead and transition to my disaster of a living room over here. This is a little bit of a darker scene. See how it comes out on the video. This is a really dark scene. I'm looking into a bathroom, the door is open behind me, and I have nothing but a night light up there on. Step in a little bit. Now I'm going to try closing the door. There is no light in here except for a night light. It's hard for me to even see in person, so if this can pick up any detail at all, it would be impressive. Something that's really, really neat, specifically just for me, my backpack has a sunglasses strap that almost looks like it was built to hold this thing. I mean, look at that. And I thought this would be a really neat thing to have strapped to me when I'm doing traveling videos. Sometimes when it's hard to juggle with a camera, or in awkward places like an airport where people look at you like you have 10 heads if you're holding up a camera, this might be a neat little thing just to have strapped to me to catch little incidental things. And it's really on there. I mean, it's hard. I don't think this thing would fall off, I'll put it that way. So let's see how it looks if I try walking around with this thing strapped to my shoulder. Alright, this is shoulder cam. It's just on my backpack strap. I'm going to walk across the room, try not to pay any attention to it at all, and see how steady the video turns out. So let's try this. Walking, walking, walking. Now we're coming into the dark. Okay, that's no effort at all to keep it still. Let's see how it comes out. Alright, so this part of the video is aimed a little bit more toward Mac users, but Windows users should have a pretty similar experience. So I plugged in the camera and I turned it on, and it showed up under devices down here, and you can see in this DCIM folder right here. Let's see, okay, there's another subfolder inside of it. And then there's all the videos that I shot while I was testing this thing. Now I'm looking here at the contents of the CD that came with this unit, because you may have noticed that the timestamps on the videos are not correct. And I was thinking that you'd probably reset the times using software on this disk. They don't claim to have full Mac compatibility, and this is kind of where it shows. I don't see anything in here besides executable files that are only going to be running on a Windows machine. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to my desktop, and we'll see how it works there. Sorry guys, I don't have any screen capture software installed on this thing. Anyway, here is the disk that came with it, so why don't we go ahead and see what we can do here. By the way, I've heard that there are methods where you can save a text file to the micro SD card to set the time, which is an option if you're on a Mac and don't have access to a Windows machine. But I'm going to go ahead and see how the way that they designed it actually works. Go ahead and do the driver installation. How much you want to bet that this is going to install a bunch of junk software that I don't want? Let's see. Not even sure what this is. It's from 2008, whatever it is. Look at that. Looks like some kind of freeware video codec or something. Oh, now it looks like a trip back to the 90s here. Just a quick note, I had to run it again. It's a good idea to go ahead and just create the shortcuts on the desktop or start menu. Makes your life more simple. So now you can see there's a little program here called Set Time. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and connect the camera to the computer here. So we'll plug it in. Doesn't look like it recognized it, which is odd. Guess I'll give it a minute. Go ahead and I'll try a different port just to see. Okay, this time it's charging, so we're a step ahead of before. Oh, that's right, you're supposed to power it on in order for the computer to have any interface with it. Sorry, that was just me being stupid. Okay, Now we're going to get somewhere. So we'll go ahead and open up set time. I guess we have to find the device's root folder here. I'm assuming it's this removable disk E. What? Device time update completely. Please pull it out and restart the device immediately in order to synchronize the time with the oh, wow, so that makes sense. So you have to pull it out. Okay, so I'll turn it off, pull it out, and then we'll restart it. So I turned it, oh, oops, that's the voice activation switch. Okay, so we'll turn it on, and just to test it, we'll record a little video across the room. The current time is 4:45 p.m., so let's see if it got it right.